Hello, this is the Trade Ideas live trading room recap for Tuesday, June the 2nd. My name is Barry Enerson. I'm the moderator of the room. This is the address to get into our room, and you can log in with your Twitter or your Facebook account. Okay, well, a little bit like yesterday, I had a few trades today, but nothing really spectacular, except for actually one that is turning out to be quite a nice little swing trade. So I'll get to that. I'll get to that a little bit later. But first trade of the day was CDTI, Clean Diesel Technologies, and we saw this in the pre-market. You can see here's yesterday's close at around 205, and in the pre-market it got as high as 250. So we were watching this one, and it was one that I thought might afford us an opportunity to trade right at the open. And here's where it opened. Here's the first candle, huge candle. I mean, low is 227, high is 297. So for a $2 to $3 stock, that's an incredibly wide candle. Decided to take the trade right here at 306 when it broke through three. Exited at 325 and at actually I should have it marked here. I don't know. Oh, sorry, 331. This should be up here. 331 and at 325 on the way back down. And typical of a lot of the stocks that we saw today, no real follow through. And even if they just hung around over $3, that would have been okay. But I mean, it's just a complete sell off. And I'm starting to see that on these smaller ones that have got all the promise in the pre-market, have that initial pop once the market's open, and then they just fall off right now. So you've got to be very quick, got to be nimble, got to get in and got to get out. The next one, this was a disappointment, FICL. And FICL, not so much, let me just see if I can see this here. Yeah. FICL actually, here's some volume. Let me just see here. You say this is the pre-market. There's a lot of volume. It actually had about 1 million shares in the pre-market, and it was right at around $1. So I mean, a very cheap stock. So it had traded a lot of volume in the pre-market. So it is definitely one I wanted to watch once the market opened. So again, here's where it opened, $1, and it looked like it was, had some promise. So I took the trade right here at $1.07. Got as high as $1.12. Looked like it was on its way, but on this candle, I exited for a 5-cent loss, and it's really done nothing since then. Now, I will watch it tomorrow because maybe, just maybe, this volume did mean something in the pre-market, and this is just kind of a resting day. Though if I look at the daily chart, it's not spectacular. Spectacular in that, here, let me just get over here. Actually, take a look at the, maybe better look at the weekly chart. $1.26, you've got some resistance up in this area. So, I mean, it's not, I love to see it. I mean, if it had been up here, $1.68, even that, I mean, it's not bad for $1 stock, but much rather see a couple of dollars of blue sky before you see any resistance at all. So I will watch it tomorrow just to see what happens. No harm in watching it. The next one now, this one quite a roller coaster, and it happens to be, it's it hasn't turned out that great right now, but it's Trade Ideas Trade of the Week. Now, at the very beginning, it looked really good. Here's where it closed. Let's see. Here's where it closed yesterday, around 558, and it opened, and here's the opening right. Sorry, I got to get it right there is the open. Came back down, and then it just started to accelerate. And I actually saw this also on the, let's see now, on the opening 30-minute range break right here at 599. And so I took the trade when it broke through $6. Took the trade right here at 608. Sold some right here at 620, and then I exited for another loss here at 10 cents. Now it did break back up to 620. It looked like maybe it would continue, but then it just had some wild candles. I mean, this one is crazy. 585 all the way down to 538. Again, these are 5-minute candles. So don't know what to expect out of this one going forward as the trade of the week, but certainly we'll monitor it. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, look, if you take a look at the weekly chart, it has been really beat up from this area, $10. got all the way down to 217. So, I mean, and this is why we're looking at it as a potential trade of the week. Again, these trade of the weeks are not meant to be day traded. I day traded it, but typically what you want to do is take a look at it and maybe try to find an entry and then hold on for a while. But we'll have to see. I mean, do they all work? No, of course they don't. But let's see what happens a little bit later. RXDX. Okay, RXDX. Now this one, why did I get this? This again was on the 30-minute range break. Very tough one. RXDX 1627. Got in very late on it. Took the trade right here at 1665. Again, it's a bio. Looked like it was wanting to scream higher. It went higher a little bit, 1679, and then it came back down. I exited the trade at 1649 for a loss on this one. Now, here is so far, anyway, my star of the day. Beauty. Okay. Now, ERN, ERN. Let me see if it even came up. Originally it came up on the instantaneous volume surge. Okay, and let me see if I can find it. It's probably way down here. Let me just put you on hold for a second. Okay, I found it. Obviously, we have a lot of alerts on here. And again, these are not strategies. I mean, people say, well, you just take every trade. Of course not. But it alerts me to potentially some very interesting situations. So I saw this one right here, earn at 809. And I think it actually alerted a little bit later at, I want to say 820. If I just go up, keep going. There we go, at 8. Okay, 844. I could have sworn it also alerted at around 820. Anyway, I did see it at and why I was interested in it is that this one actually alerted several times. I don't know if it was last week or the week before on the 30-minute opening range break, and I never took it. Never did I take it. And it always tacked on 20, 30, 40 cents, very usually slow and methodically. So when I took a look at this and I took a look at the daily chart, you know what? Take a look at the weekly chart, probably look a little bit better. And now, obviously, here was a pullback. Now it has had a reverse split, but this is one of those ones that appears so far anyway to be working. Generally speaking, a reverse split is a death knell of any stock, but this one appears to be working not too badly. And so, here is a massive break here, obviously. I mean, a little flag pattern, and then the weekly, and broke through. You know what? I want to take a look at the monthly just to see. Okay, we have some, resistance up and maybe up in this area. So this is kind of what got me interested in this. So, no resistance. I like the chart pattern. And so when it broke, when I received that first alert over $8, I wanted to watch it. And so took the trade right here at 821. And I sold some right here at 850. I did tell everybody that this was a potential swing trade for me, and I still have it, and it's really rewarding me. And on a day where I did not see a lot of action, I mean, believe me, and I'm not usually a swing trader. If you know me, if you follow my videos, you know I don't swing trade very much. But this one I will probably hold. I mean, there's another 45 minutes left in the market. I have no reason right now to sell it. It's been a little bit whippy. I mean, it had a whip right here, almost got me out, but again, because I had sold some up here, I'm already in a profitable position. So, I decided to hold on. This little whippy action was kind of crazy, but right now it's sort of settling down, and so I'm going to hold this more than likely. I think that if it, at the end of the day, if it took this out or something, I would probably get out of it, maybe even 850. But right now, my inclination is to hold this. So the last trade was actually turned out pretty good, pretty well. And somebody asked me, well, why did I find this one? Now I have to give props to, I think it was Weave. He actually said, and it was probably in this area right about here, that this had a chance to tap 50. I think that's exactly what he said, tap 50. So this did not come up on any alert for me, but I watched it. I mean, it was a little bit, had a bit of a pullback. And then as it hit 50, you see how it went up to 50.19. pulled back down to 49.93. And when it reclaimed 50, I decided to take the trade just to see what would happen. Put a stop in here, maybe at 49.91. I'm in at 50.05, so a pretty tight stop. And I sold first actually at $50.40. This should be moved right over here. And then on the way back down at 50.49. So a nice little trade, fairly stress-free. And on a day that I did not see very much continuation, at least it's continued for, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about half an hour for me. And now it's come right back down. So, again, in the old days, maybe last week, this would have continued up for a little bit. There's been, I pride myself in being able to find some trades that I can make a dollar on. And usually those are the ones that are in this price level. But, they're few and far between right now. So anyway, that's it. Hopefully we'll get a little more continuation tomorrow. There's 2 days in a row where I haven't found very much continuation, but we're still able to find some trades using trade ideas, so I really can't complain. And let me just bring back the cover page. Again, here's how to get into our room. You can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account, and I hope to see you in the trading room tomorrow.